Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Getsia, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the books I chose for this Nonfiction November readathon. So this particular readathon was created by a book Olive. I'll be putting the link to her video down in the description where she announces the readathon, and there is also I think it's 4 or 5 prompts which you can use to choose the books that you're going to be reading. But personally, I didn't really go by the prompts, and you don't have to. It's she says it's if you want to, but you don't have to. um you don't have to read according to the prompts if you don't want to, just as long as you at least complete one nonfiction book. Then you are participating in the readathon. Okay, so I have four books I chose. Two are very short, are like novels, and the other two are a bit longer books. So yeah, I'll be showing you the two that are the shortest. The first one is called Strong Survival: The Life and Times of a Mountain Woman by Cliffy. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name, but it says Cliffy Strong, with photography and CAP perspectives by Ike Adams. This is the cover, the book. Okay, and it says the Christian Appalachian Project, in short is CAP, is an interdenominational nonprofit Christian organization committed to serving people in need in Appalachia, or Appalachia, no, I think it's Appalachia, by providing spiritual and emotional support through a wide variety of programs and services. Okay, so this is like the story of the life of Cliffy Strong. She's I guess she's like a woman in her 80s from what I read in the prologue. And her introduction, she's like in her late 80s. And when they wrote this book is, it's kind of old. It was written in 2004. And yeah, so this organization, they tend to mostly elderly people in this region, in the Appalachia region. And yeah, so it's about her life in the mountains, and also how her experience with this organization of the CAP. So yeah, this sounds pretty nice. And yeah, so all these books I didn't really, as I say, I didn't follow the prompts because I just wanted to go with what I was in the mood for. So these are the books I'm in the mood for now. It's getting cloudy where I am right now, and it's raining a lot. So since this particular book takes place like in the mountains, and I don't know why, but this cover, that this is the lady. This cover just screams, I don't know, just like very like a cold climate of some sort. So I was in the mood to read this. And I mean, my country is not cold like by any means, but it's getting a bit colder since we're nearing winter now. Okay, this next one is called Joni, and this one is in Spanish. And what it says in the back, kind of roughly translating it, Joni, she had a swimming accident and she got paralyzed from the neck down. She can only move her neck and her head, and she has used what she can, and she became a very you know a very popular artist using her mouth. She uses her mouth to draw. um so this seems super like a super very amazing story. This woman was in an accident. She's paralyzed. She can only move her head and her you know from her neck up, and she did something amazing with that very tragic accident that happened to her. And I think there's also a movie about this, so maybe I'll after I read it, I'm thinking of maybe seeing the movie and making a comparison. I don't know, I'm still thinking about that. But yeah, this sounds like it's going to be a very amazing and encouraging story. And yeah, I'm excited to be reading this. Oh, and this is by Joni Erickson. That's the full name of her. It's called Joni. That's her first name. Okay, there's two more, and these are a bit thicker. This one is Nicole Brown Simpson, The Private Diary of a Life Interrupted by Faye D. Resnick with Mike Walker. This is the cover. It says, you've heard the rumors, now read the truth. In the media explosion surrounding the most sensational murder case in American history, millions of words have been written by the press, but most coverage has centered on O.J. Simpson. Now at last, the world will hear the voice of Nicole Brown Simpson speak for the first time in this private diary by Faye D. Resnick, Nicole's best friend and sometimes roommate. In the weeks before the O.J. Simpson murder trial, TV and newspaper stories called Faye D. Resnick the Mystery Woman, the last friend who spoke to her in a lengthy phone call about 1 hour before her death. Rumors and press reports say Faye had left the country, was hiding in Europe or South America. The media couldn't find her, and neither could O.J. or his defense lawyer, Robert Shapiro, perhaps the last man in America, except for O.J. himself, who wants the world to hear this untold story of Nicole Brown Simpson, a woman trapped, like far too many others, in the violent cycle of spousal abuse. Okay, so if you're from the United States, then you probably have sometime in your life heard of the O.J. Simpson case. He was I think he was an athlete. I don't really know much about him, but he was a very famous figure, and he killed his wife, and I think her lover, I think. This is an older one. This was published in 1994. Yeah, so basically I believe when all of this case was still very much talked about in the media and the newspaper at that time. So yeah, I don't really know much about this case. I just know what you can find on Google, what I've read. So yeah, all of these books I found in my free library that is in my community, and I wasn't really searching for any of these, but I found it. It's in very good condition, and I'm very interested in reading more about true crime stories, and this one is, it takes a different perspective because it's more personal, because it's written by the person that was the best friend of the victim at the time. yeah, let's see. This is like from the books I chose for this readathon. This is like the darkest, the darkest one, because it's a really heavy topic. But yeah, it's not. Let me see how many pages this one is. It's got less than 300 pages, so yeah. This is like a true crime, nonfiction. Okay. And the last one, guys, is it's called I Blame Dennis Hopper and Other Stories from a Life Lived in and Out of the Movies by, I think, okay, let me see if I can pronounce this name, Ileana or Ileana, I think it's Ileana Douglas. She's an actress, so maybe you heard of her of her. This is a more recent, I believe, photo of her. It says that she's been in films including Goodfellas, Cape Fear, To Die For, Picture Perfect, and Ghost World, as well as television shows from 6 Feet Under to Welcome to Sweden. I've only heard of Goodfellas and Cape Fear. I haven't seen these movies, but those two they're on my watch list. I want to see them. Okay, I'm going to read this. What it says on the back. It says, Ileana Douglas is known for playing funny and fearless characters in films like To Die For, Goodfellas, and Cape Fear, and in television shows like 6 Feet Under and Ugly Betty. I've heard of Ugly Betty, but I haven't seen it. It says her work has earned her awards and legions of fans, but Douglas is not just a woman who's made her life on the silver screen. In I Blame Dennis Hopper, she reveals how movies have made her life. Writing from the perspective of both an insider of Hollywood and the ultimate movie fan, Douglas' hilarious anecdotes with celebrities' bizarre coincidences with movie stars from yesteryear, a childhood spent on a commune with parents inspired by Easy Rider, and fateful meetings with screen legends seem, well, right out of the plot of a movie. I Blame Dennis Hopper is also a genuine reminder of what we all love about film: the glitz, the glamour, the sweat, passion, humor, and the escape they offer us all. Okay, let's see. When was this written? Okay, this is I think this is the most recent book I have in this TBR. This was written in published in 2015. And this is, a more lighthearted, fun read. It's basically about her life being an actress, and I'm also a film fanatic. I love movies. I really liked this cover, and since it says that it was talking about films, yeah, it's like essays. Her essays on the film she's been and the people she's acted with. So yeah, this sounds like it's going to be funny and interesting for movie lovers. So these are the 4 books I'll be reading for the Nonfiction November readathon. I hope I finish them all by November, guys. I also want to participate in another readathon in November too, so let's see how this goes. But yeah, let's just cross our fingers and hope for the best. Yeah, so if you've read any of these books, or if you have them on your TBR, put your comments down below and tell it to me, and tell me if you've read any of these. Also, if you're going to participate in this readathon, I would like to know what books you're going to read, or what books you're on your way on reading them, because I'm like a week late. But whatever. Let's just hope for the best, guys. Yeah, so thanks so much for seeing my video. if you're interested in seeing my content, just click that subscribe button below and hit that notification bell so YouTube can notify you whenever I upload a video. I do various content. I do obviously book related content. I also sometimes do movie reviews. I do hauls. I do just all types of stuff related mostly to physical media, because that's something I love. And yeah, if it's your first time, say hey. Hello, Ketsia. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, stranger. Yeah, thanks so much for seeing my video, guys. I hope you had a lovely day. And yeah, just remember to keep on reading, guys. Until the next time, bye. Bye.